It looks like it.
God is awesome.
That's literally the buck you say to you wanted to shoot. Holy smokes, look at his eyeballs.
Guys.
What is that? Anyways.
This is 2 years.
Brush his hand.
Oh! Yeah.
Retracted.
Well, woke up this morning. We knew it was going to be a lot of snow, but we didn't know it was going to be almost close to probably 9-10 inches in here. But you get out in the clear cut and stuff, there's sometimes close to probably about a foot and stuff, especially where the drifts are. You go right to your knees, but so we're about a mile in, not a track, but I'm not surprised. We weren't expecting to catch a track till we get up here, so we're gonna work our way up. I know where there's some good shelves and stuff where they like to bed, and so that's our plan. Hopefully we catch a track, and there's a lot of deer. Yeah, we're bucking his bed. There's a lot of deer in here, a lot of big deer. But every time I've hunted it this year, we haven't had good snow. The first week I was in Maine, so I didn't get any good New Hampshire tracking in. I only got 1 day in, and it was just a dusting, and I tracked a nice 8-pointer and almost got him, but he gave me the slip, and so we're going for try number 2. But we'll keep you updated when we find a track, or hopefully shoot one. We'll see. All right. Well, we found tracks. Yeah, we're not far behind these deer. They bedded. We found their tracks. A little fresher coming out. They did a lot of feeding, so they're probably gonna lay down. And the tracks, they don't look too bad, but they're the only tracks we can find, so we're gonna follow them, and he might surprise us. So it might be, I think it might be a big doe, and a little doe, but we'll see. You never know. So, alrighty, keep updated. So we figured it out. There's 4 deer, and I think one of them's a buck, because I found the nicest bed. It's right here. That's the track, and there's feeding right here, and as you can see, there's antler marks there, and there's antler marks there, and so yeah, I think there's a buck, and that makes me really excited because I couldn't really tell until now, because the tracks are fresh now, because I think we might have jumped them. So, alrighty. Guys, you haven't. Thank you, Lord. Dude, the Lord. Okay,
so
guys,
great to us. It's not even funny.
the Lord is
Last day.
December 6th, New Hampshire. To say the Lord.
We literally just put on what, 6 miles probably,
6
at least
miles.
uphill, tracking these does and maybe a buck,
A
not
smaller
sure.
buck.
And we come down, and literally where we walked by this morning, I come up over, and I knew in the morning we should have checked it because it's been windy all night.
Hold on, you hold it. I got my hands are done.
Anyways, so I knew that there's some pines. It's been storming all night long.
5 yards.
Anyways, so he,
Thank you, Shane, for spotting.
oh my hands are so cold.
I don't even know what to do.
Anyways, we found like 5 beds on top of this like pine ridge type deal. And on the way back down, right where we walked in the morning, well, we walked right by them, didn't see them, or walked enough past this deer where we didn't see him, but this deer spent all day there. Anyways, we just got on his track after tracking like 6 miles, and we saw these does, or Nate saw one doe that we jumped. They could have been a buck. There was 4. There could have been a buck with them, but we come down almost to where we started, and this deer's been there all day. And we jumped him up because obviously we obviously jumped him. He must have caught us wind or heard us coming down.
4 or 5?
What?
4 or 5 beds?
4 or 5 beds, like on top of that.
Lot.
Yeah, and fed a lot all day. And he just got up at what? It was like noon. We were coming down, noon 30 or whatever. And oh my gosh! And we were coming through this thick stuff. You guys can see how thick it is.
It's thick.
And it's even thick up there. But we were on top, so he was on the other side of this, and I saw him drop down over, and I saw his butt, and I saw him turn, and all I could see was maybe the base of antlers. And we knew this deer was big by his beds and antler marks in the snow, but we didn't know what to do. I didn't want to shoot because I always like to identify my target first, because there could have been a doe.
Well, there's enough rack on it.
And I thought he bedded down on the other side of that, but he actually just dropped down over, and I could see his eyeball at first, but he dropped down over, and so me and Nate said, let's sneak up over, and we could smell him the whole time. So we knew he was a buck. I could have shot the first time, but I'm glad I didn't, because I'm glad Nate shot him.
Let me tell.
Go grab that buck. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. Shane?
That's hog.
Shane.
Total hog.
Shane.
What?
It's the buck we had on camera.
It looks like it.
God is awesome.
That's literally the buck you said you wanted to shoot. Holy smokes, look at his eyeballs.
Guys, what is that?
Anyways.
This is 2 years.
Brush his antlers off.
Yeah. Dude, he's frozen. He was laying in his bed all day.
Yeah. We're not joking when we say he's been in his bed all day. Look at the ice on his head and the antlers. Look at the ice on there. Not like it's been a nice day anyways, but holy
Dude, God has blessed us with, this is the 3rd. So Shane got a monster, the guy behind camera, got a 238.5 pound monster 8-pointer, me and him double teamed in Maine. My dad shot a
really nice 9-pointer.
Really nice 9-pointer. It went 158 or 156.
I don't know.
No, maybe 158. And then but and now I just shot a monster 10-pointer, and he's my first 10-pointer ever.
Look at that rack, and it's almost got split. Look at this. Look at it. That may have been a point earlier in the season.
Yeah, it broke. It broke a little bit. It definitely broke a little bit.
It started to flare, but
oh, weird. I don't even know what.
What, G1, G2? What are those?
Those are G2s.
G2s? That's
yeah,
what I thought.
they don't. There's no G1s.
That's what I thought.
Well, it's Broward times,
but.
So I got him here quartering. He was quartering away. He never saw me at like 15 feet. Like,
actually, so, well, we were. I don't even know where we were. Up there. Oh, we were up on there.
Yeah.
So
he only went that second shot. That's my second shot.
Oh, that's your second shot.
Well, yeah,
that looks like an exit, but
that's probably my second one. I just let the second one fly.
Yeah.
Right through a crack.
I should have.
So it's December 6th. We got a lot of snow last night. We knew they weren't going to moving. We got close to probably 10 to 12 inches around here, probably maybe like 9 to 12. I asked my brother to come double team with me in a spot that I've only been able to hunt dry ground, but I know there's some good bucks. And I came up in here, and we went probably a mile and a half before. No, actually, we probably went close to 2 miles, and then we started coming back down. We did a loop up on the ridge, come down, and we found them down low. Found a couple tracks. We found 4. We tracked them. It looked to be a buck and buck and 3 does. We tracked them another probably mile. Jumped them. Only saw the big doe. A really nice doe. One of the biggest heads I've seen on a doe in a while. Decided to come down. We're cutting down, and we wanted to go left. Just walk down through this little patch because the deer were down low because it was really windy up top. And like I said, they just didn't want to move much today. And so we come down, and Shane on the way up this morning kept saying, "Oh, let's go over here. Let's go up and go. I know where it seems like there'd probably be good bedding." And I was like, no, let's just go straight up and let's get up. I figured they were going to be up in the hardwoods. in a spot that I often see them, and so we went up there, and as we're coming down, we find a bed, and Shane waves me over. He's like, "Dude, I told you, there's a big," and it was a nice bed and nice track coming out of it. And after that, there was 3 or 4 more beds, and he fed a lot. And then the last bed was really fresh, with running tracks out of it. So we weren't trying to be quiet. So we knew we jumped him, and so we gave him probably 5 minutes. And Shane said, I think the woods are going to be really nice up here. So we, you know, kind of boot scooted, trying to get after him. And it was at like 12 o'clock when we found the track and coming out. And so we busted, and we come up, and it starts getting to this thick stuff, you know, all this young woods, because this has been a clear cut in the past, probably 15, 20 years ago. And we were going real slow, just looking to catch that patch of brown, and I'm in front, and she goes, "Hey, he's right there." I thought he was running, but he wasn't. So I get down on one knee, I have my safety back, I'm looking. All of a sudden, just as I'm waiting, I got my ear plugged, not even my gun, because I'm waiting for that muzzle blast, and I see him go over just a little knoll, and all I see was rack, and I'm like, "Oh," and Shane's like, "Dude, I think it was a 10-pointer. All I saw was 5 points." So I'm like, "Awesome, right?" So we started coming up, and we stopped, and Shane's like, "Oh, dude," we were what, 35 yards from him, and Shane's looking at his scope. All of a sudden, all Shane sees is his eyeball. He's like, "Shane," he's like, "Nate, eyeball." He's like, "Do you want me to bleat?" I'm like, No, I don't think he knows we're here, and you know me. So I'm like, "Let's just leave him." And last we saw him, he was looking right. So Shane starts poking right, and I go, "Shane, should I go?" So I did. So I looped left, and there's this rock right up here, and I dropped down a little bit, and I'm just going slow. I'm almost on my knees, and I got the hammer back, and I'm ready. And all of a sudden, there he is at like 20 feet. I shot him at, and he was looking sideways. So I shot him quartering away, put it right in the back of the rib cage. He didn't go 20. He only went probably 10
yards, I'd say.
Yeah, well,
15 maybe.
Where your gun is, that fell off the tree.
15 yards.
In the snow, so like maybe 15. And I put 2 in him because I wasn't gonna let him go after seeing the rack. So, yep. So this is where he lays. And the cool thing is that we have a trail cam picture of this deer. Almost. I'll have to do it on Google Maps as the crow flies. I believe it's close to 6 or 7 miles away from here. Actually,
I think it's more.
No, it's actually got to be more. It's probably closer to 10 miles away. And to say he's ran down is an understatement. You can literally grab. He's got a lot of slack in his neck. His hind end is squishy, and you know,
not much there.
Not much there, but you know what? It's December 6th. It's the last day, and I'm very blessed. God blessed me big with this one. So 2 years in a row, tracking and whacking. So it works. Get out and do it.
Well, I dragged and gutted Shane's main 8-pointer. So he told me he owes me a drag and a gut. He already gutted, and now he's dragging. But I think Shane I got the short end of the stick. I shoot these last day deer that only go 165, 170. Shane's shooting these first day main deer that are going 238.5. So, yep. I'm gonna give him a hand still. So Shane, watch that log. I don't want to hurt his cape. So, all right. Well, I'll keep you updated on weight and stuff. So I'm gonna enjoy this moment watching Shane drag out my deer. So old bear claw marks. Video. Thumbs up. Well, we're almost back to the track. Gotta drag it across the stream. These are our tracks coming in right here.
Trying to get him froze up so he weighs more.
Yeah, I guess. The wetter he is, the more he weighs. But it's got a pretty nice rack, that's for sure. But he's so run down, it's not even funny. But The truck should be right up in there, so
100 yards.
about 100 yards away. That's about all we got left.
Oh.
I'd say we dragged him about half mile.
Half.
3/4 of a mile.
No, I'd say half a mile.
Half, 3/4, either way.
I mean, it took us 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
At least.
Well.
Alright.
Sweet.